Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. If you can hear me, can you just respond?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Good evening, Mars and sir. So, sorry for starting a bit late and sorry for the let's say, short notice. So, welcome you all to the day one of our data analysis using SPSS. So, it promises to be very interesting as we try our best to communicate a lot of information in the shortest time possible. So the idea is that the training will run for about 4 to 5 days, but we are looking at working around 4 days so that we have some other time we have some time to do some other things. And so um I did not expect that we'll be able to get everything in this 4 days training. So this is just to serve as an appetizer for further uh, further learning as such. So we just have more like introduction, and we run through some of the other aspects of SPSS. We run through how to carry out descriptive statistics. We'll touch on visualization. We also talk about inferential statistics. So I'm quite aware that most of us most of us may have some idea already in the area of data analysis, and that's very good. Um, okay, sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. Sorry. So my name is Kwelumi Enoch, and okay, so I'm a medical lab scientist, and I'm also a data analyst. So I've been I've been with REKS before the pandemic. So that tells that we have quite a history. We've been together for a while, a long time, and I've been with working with REKS behind the scene. And sometimes we get to see physically and all that. So I'm very much of a friend of the house. So um so yes, so I think um that's everything about me, Sha. That's everything about me. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Um so I know some people might have some understanding about SPSS and how to go around it. So, but this is just to also help people that do not have such understanding. So, but today we'll not be able to um, spend much time given the short notice, and I understand that most people already have their day, their evening planned already, and people are already tired and all that. So, we'll not be able to do much. We'll just quickly have an introduction into what to expect. So just have a short introduction. So okay, so the first thing I would like to talk about is data. What is data? So personally, I don't usually look for dictionary meaning of all these things, because I like to be natural. I like to be raw. I like to just say it the way it is. So because of course this is a short program, so we'll not be able to look for the dictionary meaning of those things. So what data to me, data it's more like a piece of information that that can be used, that can be stored, and that can be used, reused, and analyzed, and can form a body of knowledge later. That's just my own interpretation of what data is. So every day we generate data. As we speak right now, as we're having this meeting, data is being generated. Yeah, data. So you know, maybe sometime later, the owner of Google Meet can say he wants to analyze the amount of Google Meets that they do in Nigeria per week, per month, per year. The list is endless. So he might say that he wants to do that, and he wants to maybe he wants to now establish a form of association between um, internet should I say internet use in Nigeria and virtual, oh yes, let me say virtual learning in Nigeria and Google Meet, for example. So you might want to actually look for a form of association. So that's why I said data is generated every time. And even at this time, this era, at this era that we are in right now, is the era of data. Data is everywhere. Data is everywhere. You go to register your details in a bank, give them your name, give them your age, give them your uh, BVN and all of those things. You know. Okay, someone is raising up their hand. Sorry, Mr. Glory, are you raising up your hand? Mr. Glory, it seems your hand is raised.
Sorry, that's I apologize.
Okay, a mistake, right? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Okay, so as I was saying, so data is generated everywhere, every time, everywhere. Data are generated. So much more in research and in the research world, data is also very important. I was wondering when I was talking with someone one day, and we're saying which part of the research is even more important. Is it the field work or or the writing or the person that does the data analysis? Because I was really, I was like, the data analyst has the result already. Like he knows what it's going to be. He already has the foresight. He knows the end from the beginning. So so I was saying because a data analyst already knows the end from the beginning. He's already seen it. So he has done the analysis. He knows what is happening in the research, and it's just left for him to go and present it to the researchers. And so he has access to a lot of information. So so that's to tell you how important the role of data analyst is. Is very important. It's very relevant. There's hardly any research today that will not warrant data analysis. So types of data analysis, mm, from my little understanding and experience, there are there are four types of data analysis. There are four types of data analysis. We have we have descriptive. Let me check. Okay, we have descriptive data analysis. We have diagnostics analytics. We have predictive analytics. We have prescriptive analysis. We have four types of data analysis. We have descriptive, we have diagnostic, we have predictive, we have prescriptive. So all of these serve different purposes, but at the end they work hand in hand. So what is when you talk of descriptive analysis, so it tells you what is happening. It describes, descriptive, describe. It summarizes what is happening in the research, in the data. It gives you that picture of what's happening. When you say diagnostics analytics, The diagnosis is asking questions such as why is it happening? Why is this happening? You want to know why. Yeah, let me give an example. Maybe you want to know why um people that have I don't know. Okay, let me assume that all of us are working around health. I don't know. Is it safe to assume that all of us are working in the health space? I don't know if it's safe. Okay, let's just look for something everybody can relate. So let's say you want to diagnose a particular analysis, and you're like interested in, let's say, why is why okay yes let's say why is COVID more rampant in this area, let's say in an urban setting than in a rural setting. You know, ordinarily nobody has the answer because COVID. You might say, okay, is it because in the urban setting, in the urban settlement, people are plenty, or people are plenty, or people are really active, and because of that level of activity, there is contacts and all those things. At the same time, you can also say, okay, in the rural area, um, why is why is COVID low? Because you are thinking that, okay, in the rural area, their level of understanding, you know, their level of understanding is uh is not up to what you expect in the urban setting as such. And you're surprised that it's the COVID prevalence is low in the rural area. So this an example of diagnostics analysis that you want to know why. You want to know why. So the next one is predictive analysis. Predictive is from the word predict. You forecast. You are forecasting that, okay, if in these two setting, this village, this rural area and this urban setting, if they continue what they are doing, if the rural people if they continue what they are doing, maybe I don't know what they could be doing that is working for them, but if they continue in that light, in the next 6 months, COVID will be a thing of the past. You are predicting. You can also say in the urban community, if if they if they continue with what they are doing that's making the prevalence high, COVID will be very, very serious. It's going to be very serious there in the next 6 months. So predictive analysis basically is forecasting. Is forecasting forecasting the tune of event as such. So for the last one, prescriptive. Prescriptive. So prescriptive is more like a combination of all of these, analysis. Like, you combine descriptive, you combine diagnostics, you combine predictive, and from there you're able to generate insight. You're able to generate insight, and you're able to come to a conclusion. So okay, so I think I've talked about the types of data analysis. So which will not be our main focus for this short training. Yeah, because the data analysis is wide. It's wide. It's very, very wide. You know. So you need to actually start from somewhere, and from there you build up yourself in other aspect. So yes, I forgot to mention in that prescriptive analysis, that's where you guys talk about machine learning. That's where you get to talk about the developing advanced algorithm. You know, this is the era of artificial intelligence, and we see the use of AI in a lot of things. We all know ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very useful today because people have supplied it with data. Supplied. I was watching a documentary of how they built the first ChatGPT, and they were saying, and I was hearing the speaker was saying that the first GPT they built, they equipped it with up to about, I think, about 3 million books. 3 million books on different things on science, religion, health, language, tech. They equipped it. So that's tell you that you know data can get advanced, can get very very advanced. So I believe this our short course is going to be the beginning of um greater things, deeper things. So then let me talk about the steps in analysis. So if I'm to analyze a data, so what I do I usually do it in four step. You know, collect collect is when you collect the data. It could be in form of questionnaire, online survey, what have you, lab results of the patients, of the participants, of you just collect things, collect data. They could present it to you in Excel sheet. Some may even give you hard copy questionnaire and they will tell you, yeah, help us to enter these questionnaires. You have all those. So the next thing I do is I clean. Remember I talked about collect. Now I'm talking about clean. So clean is, why if in event that they give you an Excel sheet already, there might be some, some funny mistakes here and there. Someone is trying to write I don't know, maybe father, for example. Father is person spells it as FADA. In that same spreadsheet, it spells it again FATHER. In that same spreadsheet, it spells it FATER. So you see those three things are different things entirely. Those three, you have father, like a father. That's like someone is saying a father. You have another one, father. You have another one, fata. So those 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 different data inputs must be cleaned. They must be cleaned. It means that they must harmonize. When you say harmonize, it means that it must be the same. You should know what I will know what I'm working with. Okay, so I will know, okay, this person is trying to say father, father, father. I would adjust it father, father, father. So another so the next step that I do is I analyze. So before I actually analyze, I try to ask questions. Try to ask questions. I ask the researcher, what are the objective. So the person presents me with the objective. I have the objective. I have the research questions. If I have the hypothesis and all those questions. So I have all of those things. These are practical things that I do. So after I have all those things, okay, I will now keep them. I will now keep them, and of course I'll ask for the topic of the research. So I already know the topic of the research. Then on my own personally, I can just go online, go on Google Scholar, PubMed, just read some things about the work. So I read some things about the work. So I see, of course, there will be something, even if the research is a novel research that nobody has done before, but there will be something close to it. So I'll read what they did in their data analysis, what they did there. So after I do that, I'm already I'm already building my own body of knowledge. I can easily forecast that, okay, I've read this book, I've read this article, this article. So from this present study now, this is what it's going to be like in the end. I've not yet started anything, but I'm already seeing the bigger picture because I've equipped myself with knowledge. So another question that I also ask is that I ask the person that, sir, ma, this research work, because most of the times, my clients are usually students, master students, undergraduates, sometimes PhD students. If you ask them that your school, did they have any preference? Different schools have, you can ask Mr. Tayo, we have worked together with, you think this is the standard way of presenting table now. Somebody will tell you that, no, 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 no. In my school, no, no, we used to put table and the pros, they put it together. You can even put picture charts inside that same. So it's good to ask people because that will save you time. You save you time of back and forth correction and all that. So it save you time. So I ask those questions. So after I have those questions already, then I'll go ahead to analyze. So for quick analysis, I use SPSS. So I use SPSS, and I I I I would say that SPSS is one of the easy to learn non-coding data analytics tools. There are many software, there are many tools you can use. There is Excel, there is SPSS, which are the two most common non-coding. That is non-coding. You don't need to write code. You don't need to code anything. You just go to the interface, look for this thing, look for what you want to do, click on it, and it comes out, generates it itself by itself has a backend code. They have their own backend code that is embedded in those buttons. You just go there, click on it. So it runs those code on its own, and what you have is your result. So the other tools, the coding tools, like you talk of Python, you talk of R programming language. I mean, those are also the common ones. You talk of I think Starter and all those Starter and the likes. So those are coding, you know, those are coding those are coding data software. So, but if I want to do a quick one, I just use SPSS. However, there's also a way to automate some of this coding software by creating a unique function, and all of those you create a unique function that all you just need to do is just impute you impute your data set, and you run your function on those coding software, and immediately it generates it for you and all that. So, but at the same time, it's also very good to actually start data analysis, from a non-coding app. So it gives you a kind of how do I say it? It gives you a kind of early approach into what you should expect. So by the time you are using SPSS, you're already building kind of idea of how to go about some certain problems. For example, if in a particular research they say, okay, they want to know if there's a difference between people that are taking, let's say, a drug, and people that are taking placebo. That's are taking placebo and taking a fake drug or something. Because you have been using SPSS, you already know that, okay, when you have such scenario, you use t-test. By the time by the time you get to the coding software, like R programming language, Python and the likes, you are able to easily apply the same method, same test, because you've already you have built experience. That's just it. You have built experience. So it's good, but at the same time, it's also good to also advance yourself. I remember I started out using SPSS, and when I started using, so I got used to SPSS that I didn't even want to learn any coding software. But as time went by, I got an opportunity to come and teach some people how to do data analysis in a public health space. So they asked me that, can I use this program, Python and R? I said no. So they said no, they can't. So I really felt bad. So that made me go back. So I took some courses online, and I learned the coding and all those things. So it's good to actually um advance, to learn, to start from SPSS, and also advance, learn some other coding app. So I think we need to dive right into the SPSS right now. So I don't know if we have the software on our computer. I don't know how to go about. If you have the software on the computer, can you just raise your hand? Okay, let me raise my hand first. Okay, so if you have the software on your computer, okay, okay. So I think it's just two people that have the software on their computer. Okay, okay. Hmm, it's okay. So I don't know if you are close to your computer. Let me quickly show you how to install. So let me share my screen. So let me share my screen. So if you have if you are close to your computer, you just go online, search for SPSS. You see some of these links. Some of this link you can see it. Sorry. Okay, so you can see it, but usually what me I do is there's a particular link that I use get into PC. Get into PC. So I just go there. So because they have free software. So that's where I just download it from. So when I enter the get into PC, I go to this their search, what's it called? Their search box, and I type SPSS. So you just go on with the prompt. So I'm browsing now. So then I don't know. I think I'll just share the link on the page. I'll share the link on the page. Okay, I don't know why it's taking time. It's taking a lot of time. Yeah. Okay, it's out. So taking a lot of time. Okay, so it's out now. So I mean, there's this particular one that I usually recommend people to download. So I think it should be on the next page. Yes, okay, it's this one. So this one you download it. So you download it and you just follow the prompt. So when you download it, it comes with an installation guide. So it's very important to actually go through that installation guide because it has some steps that you must follow. So if you want to enjoy the software for free, you have to go through that. You have to go through those steps. You have to go through those steps. I'm trying to see if I can see the. I don't know where I kept the. Okay. Okay, so this is one I have already downloaded. So okay. So when you download it, you have something like this. So you just go through it. It has a crack. So you must read the you must read the this thing. You must read the crack, how to, yeah, the readme text. So so just install the app. When you install the app, you will you go and copy this crack, this LSEVRC. You copy it. You now go to where the app is installed. So the app is going to be installed in your local disk. I think program files. Yes, program files 86. Abi? Mm, that is 86. No, okay, I think it's 8 programs file. So once it's installed, it will be installed in your programs file. You see IBM. So IBM is where the SPSS this thing is. So you just click, you continue to open the this thing. So you go to where that L, you go to that where that LS something is. So this yeah, this is it. This is the LSERB. This is one that came with the it came with the software while installing it. So what you do is you click on it, you will delete it. You must delete it. So once you delete it, you now go and copy the one that one that we saw earlier in the crack that we saw earlier in the crack. That's this one. This one. You copy it and paste it. Paste it here. You paste it like that. So once you paste it like that, that's when you are now allowed to go and run your SPSS. So you now open your SPSS, you run it. So by the time you run your SPSS, it will not ask you for it's not ask you for what do they call that? It will ask you for installation for activation code again. It's not ask for, so it's just so you have access to it immediately. You don't have to bother about installation. So I'm trying to open my SPSS now so that I can see some things. This is taking it's taking a while. Sorry. Welcome, sir. Gataya, I greet you, sir. I cite you. Oh. Don't mind me say I never hail my oga.
Well done, sir.
See there?
I'm enjoying the training.
Sir?
I said, well done, sir. We're enjoying the training.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. So my guy has given me go ahead to fire on. Okay. All right. Okay. So okay. Okay. So, yes. So this is my own SPSS. This is how it comes. This is how it comes out. So because I have done the cracking and everything, I have 4,298 days. To use it. That's a very long time. I don't think I even exhaust these 4,298 days. Okay, so let me just um let me just quickly go through. Okay, so let me just quickly explain the let me explain the interface. Okay, okay, let me first explain the interface. Okay, so this is how okay, how will I bring this thing up? Oh, okay, let me save this.